Hey guys, it's Dave again from GuitarBreakdown.com, and today I'm going to talk about Scott Henderson's Mango Prom off of his Dr. He album. It's a Tribal Tech CD. It's a really cool tune, and there's a few licks that really caught my ear, and the first one I transcribed the other day, and I figured I'd show you guys what's going on, so I hope you enjoy. Alright, so the first thing he does, again, to tell you the chord progression it goes over, it's basically a 2-bar thing. And it's in the key of E, and it starts off with the Hendrix chord. It's an E7 sharp 9, and that goes for 4 beats for a full bar, for a full measure. And then it plays 1 chord on each beat of the next measure, and it's a C7 to an A7 to an F sharp 7 to a B7, and then it goes back to the E. So over that first E chord, he plays this, and all that is the 10th fret, 2nd finger. Play that note twice. Then you skip a string, go to the G string with your pinky on the 12th fret and your 1st finger on the 9th fret, and you pull off. You hit that note again on the 9th fret, and then you hit the 12th fret, all on the G string. So. And then what he does this little pivot kind of thing where he slides from the 8th fret to the 9th fret, 1st finger on the E string, and then he pulls off and hammers on the 12th fret, 9th fret, back to the 12th fret on the G string. So that sounds like this. Then he moves that 1st finger down a half step to the 7th fret on the E string and slides up to the 8th fret. And then he does it again up a half step from the 8th fret to the 9th fret. So that whole thing is. And we'll analyze that at the end, what he's actually doing. But he's basically doing, he starts out with we'll analyze it later, but it's just real simple. It's chord tones, basically. 3rd, 7th, 5th. Off of each chord that he's playing over. And then, so the next part does a little kind of arpeggio down on the F sharp 7 chord. And that's the 3rd finger on the 11th fret E string. How did I do that? So the 3rd finger on the 11th fret E string. This is the way I'm playing it, at least. The 1st finger on the 10th fret B string, and then I'm taking that 3rd finger off and I'm putting it on the G and the D string and barring the 11th fret. Kind of rolling it. You don't want the 2 notes to go together. It wants to roll. It's very staccato, everything that's going on with this. There's a steel drum going on behind it, and everything's it's following the notes, and it's very staccato. Or maybe he's using a synth guitar underneath with a steel drum sound. Off on that. So anyway, so he does an arpeggio down that. Then he puts his 1st finger on the 9th fret of the G string, the 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the B string, and the 2nd finger on the 10th fret of the B string. So. And then he goes down the 11th fret, barring and rolling. So it's on the G string and the D string, the 11th fret. So. And then he walks down a chromatic line, basically, from the 11th fret, 10th fret to the 9th fret on the D string. So. Then he plays the 11th fret again on the D string, and then the 9th fret on the G string. Yeah, actually. And then he pulls off from the 12th fret to the 9th fret on the G string, and it sounds to me he's playing this A note here on the A string on the 12th fret, but it sounds like he's bending to me from the 11th fret. He might not be, but that's what it sounds like to me. So so the whole thing together is, if I can do it. And then it does a little melody line.